My name is Rachel Timlin. I'm the Cultural Arts Supervisor for the City of Farmington Hills, and it is my great pleasure to welcome all of you here to the 2018 Festival of the Arts Awards ceremony. Tonight marks 42 years of recognizing excellence in the arts in the Farmington and Farmington Hills community. I would like to acknowledge the Farmington Hills Special Services Department, not only home to our Cultural Arts Division, but also to the Senior Adult Division, Youth and Family Services, Parks and Recreation, Ice Arena, Golf, the Nature Center, so much more. Shout out to Ellen Schnackle, our Director of Special Services, and to the rest of our Cultural Arts Division here tonight. You probably met them at the bar or at the ticket table, Jessica Guzman, Carla Aaron, and Brooks Semelko. Also want to thank our Farmington Area Arts Commission, our Farmington Community Arts Council, all of our elected officials and city employees from Farmington and Farmington Hills here tonight. Thank you for showing your support. And of course, our representatives from the Farmington Hills Public Schools, the Farmington Public Schools. Also, I want to give a big thank you to our sponsor, the Farmington Hills Education Foundation. Yeah, go ahead. With their generous support, we were able to bus in every single fourth grade class in the Farmington Public School District yesterday and today. So that was over 700 students. They were able to not only create their own artwork, but engage with professional artists out in the other room. They were voting for their favorite piece of artwork. They were interacting with all the different pieces, and they were also listening to music performed by over 200 Farmington Public School middle school musicians. And that is a tradition that has been ongoing for 20 years, actually, since the festival started. So those are my thank yous, and I'm so excited for tonight because if you look around out in the other room and what is about to happen on this stage, there have been like literally thousands upon thousands of hours put into all the various talents that we are going to see tonight. So that means we are going to do a lot of clapping, okay? So I think, yeah, good. I think we should start by doing a little warm-up because we don't want to, like pull a muscle or something, right? Because we're going to clap really hard and loud tonight. So we're going to do a little warm-up. If there are any arts educators, full-time arts educators in the audience, please stand up. I know there are. You teach art full-time. Yes. Keep standing. Keep standing. If there are any part-time arts educators, maybe you teach private lessons on the weekend, maybe you teach summer camps, maybe you've got an after-school program that you run, please stand up. Arts programmers. Yes. Come on, like a little louder. If there are any students of the arts in here, it can be any age art students in the room. How about a big round of applause? All right. And how about any parents of those students in the room who support your young artists by driving them to music lessons or giving them the sketchbooks they need? Yeah, we need you too. You are a big part of what is going to happen tonight. Thank you. And how about just art appreciators? Yes. Yes, we need you too, and we're glad that you're here. Yes, everyone should be standing at this point. If you're still sitting, we need to talk. If you're not an arts appreciator, you should be standing and clapping. Come on, we got to warm up our muscles. Let's do it. All right. And there should also be some cheering. Like, I don't want you to hold back. We don't have to have any polite golf clapping. This is a celebration. Everyone has worked so hard, so loud cheering, loud clapping. If I don't hear at least one parent say, "That's my baby," when their kid gets up for an award, I will be disappointed. So please, somebody. All right, are we ready? Are we warmed up? Okay, good. So I read an article online this week in the Detroit Free Press that art and music are getting a big boost in the Detroit Public Schools' proposed budget, which is awesome news. About time, right? And I generally stay away from the comment section on online news stories, but since I'm a big proponent of arts education, I decided to wander over to the comments section. And, like as I always do, I regretted it, but many of the comments were actually very positive, which was good to see. But then, as I was scrolling down, I got to a comment from a man who said, "What about math and science classes? Enough of this artsy-fartsy stuff." I imagine that's how he sounded when he said it. "Enough of this artsy-fartsy stuff." And I laughed at first because I thought, surely he must be joking, right? But quickly realized he wasn't. And unfortunately, what this man doesn't realize is that there have been so many studies proving time and time again that kids who are involved in the arts actually do better in math and science. In fact, many elementary schools are actually raising their students' test scores simply by increasing their arts programming. And it's not all about test scores. Kids with consistent access to the arts tend to be happier, more confident, better able to communicate and express themselves. And I thought it's sad that this person doesn't realize that, and I know there are others that think the same way. One of our world's most renowned geniuses, Albert Einstein, was a firm believer in the power of creativity and the use of our imagination. And in fact, he admitted that his greatest ideas came to him not in words and math equations, but in music and images. And had he not become a scientist, he said he would have become an artist. Some of our oldest recorded artifacts of human life come in the form of art. The earliest known cave paintings are at least 64,000 years old. We have proof that humans have been making art, music, and dance for thousands upon thousands of years. The arts are so ingrained in our humanity that sometimes, like the man in the comments section, we take it for granted. Like breathing or drinking water, we just do it to survive. We don't think about it. Unless all of a sudden we lose access to our clean water and air, and then we think about it because we know the consequences. And the same thing can be said for the arts. What happens if one day we wake up and the arts are all gone? Like totally gone. I'm talking about no more museums, no more galleries, no more theaters, no more concerts, no more dancing. That song that you like to listen to on your commute home, that's gone. The Netflix show that you can't stop watching, that was created by an artist, that's gone. The clothes that we're all wearing tonight, gone. The books you love to read, the birthday cards you buy your kids, the shoes on your feet, all gone. All created by artists. So you see where I'm going with this. The arts are all around us all the time. And when the arts disappear from our lives, we're deprived like a child without proper nutrition. So we need the arts to thrive. And I know I'm preaching to the choir. Obviously, we're all here in this room to celebrate the arts, specifically art that is created by all of your family and friends and neighbors right here in your own community. So we all know that the power of the arts is real, and it's here, and we're going to feel it tonight, and we're going to experience it tonight. And this coming year, it is my greatest hope that all of us take that feeling from tonight and what we're about to see and celebrate and work together to provide access to the arts to even more people. Let's work together and find ways. Who's with me? Yeah? All right. So let's get started. I wrote all that to the man in the comments section, by the way. That was actually my speech. I just took it from the comments section and printed it up. So we're going to get started, actually, with a beautiful ballet by Nina Kobayashi. If you have been to the Arts Award ceremony before, you will recognize her because this is her third year performing with us. And she's just so dang talented, we keep bringing her back. She, as you will find out later, she placed first in the state of Michigan for the PTA Reflections Art Contest, and she is on her way to nationals for the dance that she's about to perform. So let me tell you a little bit about Nina. Native of Farmington Hills, Michigan, Nina is 10 years old and attends 5th grade at the Farmington STEAM Academy and has been participating in the PTA Reflections program since kindergarten. Nina was the 2014 state winner in dance choreography and placed second in 2015 and 16. She was also honored to place second in the national level in 2014. Nina has trained at the Academy of Russian Classical Ballet, learning different types of dance, including classical ballet, contemporary, and character. But most of all, she enjoys rehearsal for the Nutcracker production in the winter. For 2 consecutive years, she was the recipient of a partial scholarship from the prestigious Bolshoi Ballet Academy summer program and was awarded IEW scholarship by the Russian American Foundation for her insightful presentation in 2017. Nina says, and I quote, "When I dance, I feel myself being graceful and enjoying the moment. The discipline that I learn at ballet classes helps me improve myself and learn how to act with discipline in life." In addition to ballet, Nina loves writing, stories, reading, drawing, and playing the piano. So what Nina is about to perform, like I mentioned earlier, is her own choreography called The Doll at Night. So enjoy. It's my pleasure to welcome up on stage our Farmington Public School PTA Reflection Chairs, Kelly Carpenter Crawford and Pauline Kim.
Good evening, friends and community members and arts appreciators. Such an honor to be here this evening. And watching Nina reminds me why I volunteer in this position and why I volunteer with the PTA Council and do arts advocacy. It's our pleasure to be here this evening to recognize Nina and also 7 other Reflections entrants that will be, some of them will be performing for you this evening. Also joining us on behalf of PTA tonight, I'd like to recognize Michigan PTA President Sybil Wilson is joining us. She's in the back. And also on our PTA Council Board, Jen Garland is joining us. Thank you for being with us tonight. Pauline Kim is going to share a little bit more about our program, and then we're going to call up the 8 students that have gone on to represent Farmington Public Schools in the national program to come onto the stage and be recognized.
With the Reflections program, we encourage the students of the Farmington Public Schools to share their creativity with us through 6 mediums. They are dance choreography, which we saw with Nina, music composition, film production, literature, visual arts, and photography. We judge those entries in 4 age groups. They go as young as kindergarten through 2nd grade is the first age group, and we go 3rd through 5th grade, the middle school age group, and the high school age group. These entries start at the local school levels, and those top entries from each of those schools in Farmington Hills Public Schools are advanced to the district level. This year at the districts, we had 213 entries come to us. We rejudged those in a bigger group, and we submitted the top 4 entries in each age group and category to the state level reflection program. At the state level, only the first place entries in each age group and category can move on to the national level. And this year we have 8 of those entries with us from the Farmington area, which we would like to recognize now. 3 of those students were not able to join us this evening. One was Nikhil Chef. He had a literature piece. He's from Warner Middle School. We have Brendan Calise also is not able to join us. He composed an orchestral piece for his music composition entry. He's from Power Middle School. And Carter Tony is from Wood Creek Elementary. He had a photography entry. But with us tonight, we'd like to ask Ella Lindenberg to join us on stage. She had a photography entry that placed first in her age group and category, so her entry is now being judged at the national level. Is there enough space? Congratulations, Ella. We were also recently informed that Ella's photography piece was awarded the rare perfect score. Next, you've already seen her, is Nina Kobayashi for her dance entry that we all just saw. Congratulations, Nina. We have Megan Cromwell. She entered in the music composition category, and she played her piece for us last night at our District Reflections Award ceremony. Congratulations, Megan. Next, we have Adriana Laney. She's the youngest of our 8 students this evening, and she submitted a film production entry, which we will see in a little bit. And the last of our 8 students is Dayton Kress. Dayton's from Longacre Elementary, and his film production entry called Breakfast for 3 will be shown in a little bit as well.
So before we get to the film presentations that we're going to share with you tonight, at this time we would like to invite Rachel to join us on the stage. And we'd also like to invite Local Reflections Chairperson Wendy Kent and her son and student artist, Evan, to join us on the stage. We have a special presentation, Rachel. Come on out. So in the 2014-15 year is when PTA, Reflections, and the Farmington Hills Cultural Arts Program began working ever so closely together to include Reflections as part of the festival. Sorry. Rachel and her staff, Jessica, Carla, Brooke, have embraced our program and helped to elevate it for the community members to enjoy. They help as judges at the district level. Rachel's interviewed students as a Cultural Connections program, which can be seen on the Channel 8 YouTube channel. Rachel has arranged to host our student art as part of a fall display at the Public Art Program, and they help host our District Reflections Awards program, which just happened last evening. And they just all around show PTA a lot of love. So tonight we'd like to return the favor. So in 2014-15, that was a few years ago, Evan created a piece with the theme, "The world would be a better..." The world would be a better place if everyone had toast. And it caught Rachel's attention at that time, and we've talked about it on many occasions. Yep. And so Evan would like to gift that piece to Rachel this evening.
Oh my God, I can't believe
Okay. You are awesome. So, tears aside, thank you to the Cultural Arts Program, PTA volunteers, including our guests, leaders, Sybil, Jen, Wendy, parents, and especially for our student artists. So please keep on creating good art. Thank you.
I just have to say, this piece actually has continued to inspire me since I first saw it in 2014-15. And there's a long story behind it. I won't get into it, but I'm so touched because every time we'll bring this up every once in a while, I'm like, whatever happened to that toast piece? I wish I could hang it in my office. So thank you. This is so nice. Wow, that was a surprise. I would like to bring up Ted Hadfield, and he is going to present the High School Art Competition Award. Sorry, I'm so distracted. That toast piece just threw me right off. Thanks. Kelly, are we not going to do the films? Did you want to do the films? Yeah, I'm sorry. I totally am just thrown off the toast. Thanks a lot. I always say, oh, it's in the arts. We could just roll with it. But I'm sorry, Ted. Sit back down. We're going to show the films from the PTA Reflections. So enjoy.
My mother told me before she passed away, said, son, when I'm gone, don't forget to pray, 'cause there'll be hard
Hey Tempe, why don't we go get some breakfast?
Okay.
Sounds good.
hard times. Oh yeah, yeah. Who knows?
Daddy, what's that man doing right there?
Well, I soon found
Oh, that guy? He probably just doesn't have anywhere to live, sweetie.
when I had to pawn my clothes
That's kind of sad.
just to pay my rent. Talking about hard times. Hard times. Oh yeah, yeah. Who knows? I want a better than I.
What's wrong, Peppy?
Well, we have all this food, and there's some homeless people who don't even have anything.
Well, sometimes it just takes some people to help.
Like us?
Yeah, like us. Yep.
Would you guys like anything else? I like some carry out, please. Cheese omelet, omelet, chicken omelet, veggie omelet, chicken, country skillet, turkey cheese omelet, veggie omelet, chicken omelet, cheese omelet, ham. Daddy, can I ride my bike?
Don't you have all this food to still eat?
I have other plans for that.
Okay, before it rains, come on.
So, and within reach to actually ride them, be one with them, not against them, race with them, learn, be a coach for them. And so, bye. I'm just here to need help with voice stuff. Bye.
Thank you to those young filmmakers. That was great. The 2018 high school student art competition winners were chosen by Farmington Hills Arts Commissioner Ted Hadfield, an accomplished artist and graduate of the Cranbrook Institute of Arts and owner of Art Pack Service Incorporated of Farmington Hills. There are 7 award winners, including 1 Best in Show. And you may have noticed all the award winners have their work displayed in the City Gallery, which is out in the lobby area, through May 4th. The Best in Show winner will have the opportunity to display their piece at Farmington Hills City Hall in the future. So please welcome Mr. Ted Hadfield.
I'll mention the name when you come up. Good evening and welcome everyone to our wonderful celebration of the arts. Thank you to all the participating students, their fantastic committed teachers, and to the parents for supporting their involvement in the arts, a pursuit that I believe is absolutely vital to living a full life. This year's art submissions were rather striking yet not surprising in that art typically reflects in some manner the mood of a nation. With second-by-second global communication literally at our fingertips, we think that we know exactly what is happening around the world. What our children see, hear, believe, and feel necessitates an intelligent, holistic interpretation that is unique and strong in vision, yet compassionate. And that is exactly where art steps in. Rather than internalizing an emotion, you thoughtfully and creatively express it. Art does not have to be a pastime. It can be a life path, a commitment to a way of living that has goals and guidelines, a recognition of being alive, aware, and involved in all aspects of living on our remarkable planet. I sincerely hope that the students that we honor here tonight continue a meaningful, lifelong, and successful pursuit of creativity. So we'll name the artist, the student, and I usually have a few words to say about the artwork, so that'll be a brief comment, and then the student can come forward. And as Rachel mentioned, please, if you haven't already, take a moment to go into the City Gallery and see these remarkable works of art. So, Mesa Fakir, for outstanding achievement in her oil painting on newspaper clippings. It's titled Syrian Refugee. And art is one of the most potent ways in which to convey emotion. Mesa has captured the sadness and fragility of a child to convey the fear that is being felt and experienced in many areas of the world. Her beautifully rendered image in oil is a portrait of urgency and distress that is accentuated by the horrifying news clippings of the day that her gripping image is painted on. And I think as the students come up here, we'd like to give them an applause, please.
Remember, we warmed up for this.
Right.
We got this.
Yes, stay up here, please. Next is Clarissa Russenberger.
Yeah.
For her black and white photograph titled Emerging. It is often hard to create a sense of motion with still camera work. Clarissa's thought-provoking photo places her subject in a passageway that is not quite conducive to her proportions. The young girl is certainly not standing still. Her position is too awkward. Therefore, she is in fact moving forward, or emerging. First her left hand, knee, and foot, then her shoulder and head. The movement that Clarissa has captured by indication of what is personally uncomfortable to all of us is magical. Clarissa.
Clarissa's mom.
Next is Olivia Gibratz. Yes. For her painting titled Baseball Mitt. Captured in this painting is the essence of youth, the reality that a very personal item such as a baseball glove can transport you to a beautiful summer day, past or future. Olivia captures that dream beautifully with dust-embedded, field-worn stitches on the baseball, softball, and glove. She creates a hint of sunlight and highlights the stamped youth model number 50-1291. If you look closely, hidden behind the softball is Olivia's signature in bold black letters. This is personal. This is certainly a dream come true, and perhaps on a grand stage. Carrie Green. Title is The Grand Canal, ink pen and watercolor. Carrie's whimsical and engaging work depicting China's Grand Canal is appropriately created in watercolor. The Grand Canal opened in 485 BC and is the oldest and longest artificial waterway in the world. Its path begins in Beijing and travels 1,115 miles. In Carrie's rendition of the canal, there's a true water world feeling in which buildings seem to be afloat, free from permanent foundations. All of this emphasizes the importance of the canal's ability and necessity to facilitate commerce. Carrie Green. Maria Cherian. For her piece titled Nascence, this is a ring that's made of silver and peridot gemstone. Maria's ring of silver and peridot green stone illustrates not only her fine craftsmanship as a metalsmith, but also ability and the importance of the language of art to communicate on a different level. In this piece, and through her titled Nascence, she indicates birth, springtime, and creation. The cupped silver hands holding a flower certainly provides us with an optimistic feeling of Maria's emerging potential. Maria. Jack Yardley. His graphite and colored pencil titled What We Are Made Of. Jack's beautifully rendered drawing with graphite and colored pencil provides us with an up-close view into human anatomy. What magnifies this unique opportunity is his use of black and white on the outside and a separate revealing world of color on the inside, almost like stepping into the land of Oz. Which medium is best suited for medical illustrations, digital or a beautifully executed graphite drawing? Fortunately, in the medical illustration profession, both are necessary. Jack Yardley. And our best of show, Sojourner Posh. Her color photograph, Sculptor at Work. Sojourner's engaging and somewhat confrontational image of a sculptor in their studio illustrates that art typically is genderless when it comes to technique and degree of difficulty. She has created an image of the sculptor, but not the sculpture, which clearly emphasizes Sojourner's interest in the process of capturing the moment. Welding gloves, a heavy chain fall, grease and lipstick all blended together to create its own artwork of determination. Sojourner Posh. So please, a huge, huge round of applause for our scene.
Next up, Cindy Carlton, Farmington Area Arts Commission Chair, and she is going to present the Arts Educator of the Year Award.
Help you. Okay. Where's it at? So the Arts Educator of the Year is obviously to the teacher who is actually voted by the students. Participants in the high school student art competition had the opportunity to nominate their art teacher for the Commission's Art Educator of the Year award. For the second consecutive year, the commission selected Nina Weiss, who has taught at Farmington High School for over 20 years. To quote Ms. Weiss, "I went into teaching art as a career because I've always loved the arts and strongly believe that they are not just a venue for self-expression, but can also be a powerful tool that allows for connecting with others. The arts are essential, and studying the arts provides the opportunity to experience the creative process while quickly coming to understand that practice, making mistakes, and asking for advice apply to not only artistic growth, but to all aspects of learning." And probably just as exciting, some of the things that her students had to say about her. Ms. Wise is the most encouraging and supportive teacher. She is the reason I have gained confidence in my skills, and no matter what, she is always there to help her students. Ms. Weiss has infinite patience, like all teachers mostly. No matter how much or how little her students care about art, she gives them endless opportunities and support to create something they are proud of. And a truly encompassing one, she is truly an outstanding artist and teacher. So congratulations to Nina Weiss, our 2018 Arts Educator of the Year.
That's my sister-in-law.
Thank you, sweetie. Did you want to say anything? Okay. Thank you.
Photo op. Oh, they want to take your picture. You better get back here. You're going to be in trouble. Oh, not with
my
me.
family.
Okay,
Oh, my
okay.
goodness. Yeah.
No, we're done.
She said no. Cindy, why'd you leave?
I don't know. Cindy, where are you going?
Cindy, why'd you leave? Thank you.
Okay.
So let's see. Up next, I would like to introduce Nancy Jennings from our Farmington Hills Education Foundation. Oh, hello.
Well, that was the first time
Yes.
you introduced her.
And you have everything you need,
I
right?
have everything I need.
Our sponsor. How about a bigger round of applause? How about bigger? That's my sponsor! Woo!
Good evening. I'm Nancy Jennings, the Executive Director of the Farmington Hills Education Foundation, and with me I have...
Jen Garland, I'm just a trustee.
Not just a...
Just a trustee, yeah. So, inspire, innovate, invest. These are three words that appear on the logo of the Farmington Hills Education Foundation. But of course, it's not the words themselves that are important. It's what they mean. As an organization, it is our goal to make these words come alive for the students of Farmington Public Schools. Inspire. We are inspired by the actions of our donors, grant recipients, and students. Innovate. We celebrate the creativity and innovation of our district students and teachers. Invest. The only way to make these ideas come to life is for all of us to continue investing our time, talent, and treasure in the future.
The mission of the Farmington Hills Education Foundation is to foster investment in innovative educational opportunities to benefit the students of Farmington Public Schools. We do this through investing in projects in 4 key areas: scholastic achievement, the arts, extracurricular enrichment, and technology integration. Tonight, we are proud to be a sponsor of this terrific art celebration of the arts in our community, and I am delighted to present Rosie Burns-Pavlik to perform for you. Rosie is a junior in the International Baccalaureate program at Harrison High School. She has been playing cello for the past 7 years. She has played with the orchestras at Harrison, as well as East Middle School and Power Upper Elementary School. For the last 6 years, she has played with the Detroit Metropolitan Youth Symphony. She is also involved with her school's theater program and has been stage managing for the last 2 years. Next Friday, Rosie will host and perform at her second annual Orchestrating for Freedom concert to benefit Freedom House, a temporary shelter in Detroit for survivors of persecution from around the world who are seeking legal asylum in the U.S. and Canada. Orchestrating for Freedom will feature local student musicians, including Rosie, playing instrumental solo pieces. The concert will be at 7 p.m. Friday, April 20th in the Harrison High School auditorium. Tickets are just $3 a piece and will be sold at the door. And we expect to see all of you. Please join me in welcoming Rosie Burns Pavlik on cello.
Rosie Burns Pavlik, everyone. Yeah. Incredibly talented. You can see them lining up already. Next up, the Farmington Art Foundation Awards. Lisa and Kathy will be presenting first, so come on up.
Good evening, everyone. The Farmington Artists Foundation was established in 1965 with membership growing to well over 100 members with the goal of supporting fellow artists in all levels of experience through lectures, workshops, demonstrations, critiques, exhibits, and outdoor painting when the weather's warm. Today we continue that mission by supporting the Art Smart program, which serves to educate elementary school children about famous artists, sponsoring weekly painting classes for senior citizens, exhibiting year-round in different venues throughout the Farmington area, such as in this building, in the hallway outside the event room, and being actively involved in the Festival of the Arts, as well as recognizing outstanding artists for their work. And please remember that most of our outstanding artwork is right next door in Shannon Hall and can be readily purchased. And now please let me introduce you to Kathy Zulinski, our spring exhibit chairperson, who will announce the winners of the 2018 spring show.
Thank you. You come over here. Oops. Wow. Hello. First, we'll give you the names of our first prize winners. We have a first, second, third, and fourth prize winner, and then we have our honorable mention. We have 7 honorable mention people. Their names are in alphabetical order. There's no difference between one ranking, if you will, of one person's work over another. Okay? So our first person is the first prize winner, and that's Kathleen Butcher. I'll sit down. I'm so sorry. I should have asked you ahead of time.
Like you bet your life.
Okay. And our second prize winner is Elaine Silk. And the third prize winner is me. And fourth prize goes to Carol Hubbard. And additionally, Carol Hubbard was the People's Choice winner for last year, so her pen and ink drawing, which is fabulous, is right outside the door as you come in. Okay, and now we have our honorable mention people. Our first one is Marcy Baker. And I can't see the pictures. Okay. And our second winner is Robbie Best, and she's not here this evening. She couldn't make it. Our next one is Martin Brill. Our next winner is Beverly Johnston, and unfortunately she couldn't make it tonight either. And the next winner would be Allison Cardell, and she wasn't able to make it this evening. And we have next Linda Pulowski. And Linda was our won the first place prize last year. So. And our last but not least person is Dean Rogers. Thank you very much, and I hope you all get a chance to look at the artwork.
Hello. I'm here to present the Senior Painters Award winners. First prize goes to Rosemary Symington. Second prize goes to Jan Rappaport. Third prize go to Sandra Feltza. Right. Honorable mention, John Gear. Honorable mention, Connie Ortega. And honorable mention to Margaret Platt. That way. This way.
Oh, this is tight.
Okay, Farmington Art Foundation, thank you. We have a slight change in the schedule. We are going to see a dance performance choreographed by, I'm getting pushed out here. Cameron Stafford for PTA Reflections, and she is from Harrison High School.
I am blessed to be in your presence, your words like raindrops between clouds and their earth. Innocent and powerful of light and life, the same, your hearts full with understanding and overstanding and patience, for even perhaps those walking in sleep. Your eyes like the universe and the breath of stars, deeper than what earth beings call friends. Beyond the end that we know does not exist, you have remembered me, and I am your son. A thank you at the start of it all, praises limitless and purest union at the flight of their wings. Thank you. Thanks to all.
Wow, right? Yeah, how about one more round of applause? One more round. So I would like to invite Mayor Ken Massey and Mayor Steve Schneeman, Farmington Hills and Farmington, to come up and present our 2018 Artist in Resident Award.
Well, that's a really tough act to follow, I'll tell you. That was fantastic. I'm honored to be here tonight. My name's Steve Schneeman. I'm the mayor of Farmington, joined by my wife, and also a majority of our city council is here, so we're fans of the arts. Mayor Pro Tem Sarah Bowman is here with her husband John, and Bill Galvin is here, city councilman with his wife Sherry. So I'm glad that they're here tonight as well. I'm excited because I get to award the Artist in Residence, and this is to somebody that actually has a studio in the city of Farmington in the old winery building, and but has raised his family in the city of Farmington Hills, so he's really a member of the community. The Artist in Residence Award is presented each year by the Farmington Area Arts Commission in conjunction with the Cultural Arts Division. The award is given to a resident of Farmington or Farmington Hills who displays exceptional talent and artistic accomplishments. This year's recipient is John Martin. Since 2007, Martin has directed a summer cartoon camp in Farmington Hills. For kids ages 7 to 14. He's a resident of Farmington Hills, as I mentioned, for over 20 years. Additional names include Powerhouse Creative, John Martin Illustrations.
I'm John Martin.
What's that? We have two John Martins here tonight, apparently.
There's a lot of us.
His paintings are typically acrylic and mixed media on wood or masonite panels, as well as ink on paper, vellum, or illustration board. His creative projects include mascot development, logo creations, toy designs, murals, billboards, custom artwork for churches, museums, retail store chains, and libraries. Martin's local design work includes the Farmington Downtown Development Authority, Greater Farmington Area Chamber of Commerce, and Sunflower Bakehouse. Okay. And we're going to watch a short video that's produced by the Farmington Hills Video Division.
Oh boy.
Hi, I'm John Martin, illustrator and graphic designer. I've got a lot of influences, cartooning, the cartoons from my childhood, Scooby-Doo, Johnny Quest, comic strips, comic books, Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, Marvel, DC, Batman, Spider-Man, Hulk, bad monster movies, B-monster movies, Godzilla, War of the Gargantuans. I mean, those are my art inspirations. It was my childhood. I loved my childhood. Living in the city of Farmington Hills, it's given me a lot of opportunity because there's so many creative people that live around here, and you know what? A lot of them don't know each other. They don't know that they're all, like, this graphic designer is in the same town as this creative director, and this creative director is in the same town as this young art director, and they don't know each other. As far as the artist in residence, I really hope to work more with the Farmington Hills communities to help brand our artist community here. I'm a nerdy guy, and my students seem to appreciate that I'm nerdy as well. The arts are so darn important for them. It's a way to express yourself. It's a way to come out of your shell if you're having trouble getting a thought across. You know, when I didn't have a direction, like, you know, I'm not an engineer, I'm not going to go play football in college. I'm going to draw. I just went for it. I didn't look back. I just did it. As advice to young people, it is a way to come out of your shell and do what you wanted, closest thing to what you want to do. You know, anything in the creative field. Graphic designer, illustrator, film, video production, animation, dance, interpretive dance, you know, set design, prop design, CGI stuff. I mean, I can't imagine life without it. If I touch anybody's career and educate and mentor, my goal is, I hope they better be better than me. I want them to be. You know, I want to be, you know, just a distant memory.
Okay. Well, I don't know about nerdy. I think that'd be like the coolest dad right there, if you ask me. So John, on behalf of the Farmington Area Arts Commission, I want to award you the 2018 Artist in Residence Award.
Oh, boy, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, too. Rachel. Thank you.
You want to say something?
Yeah, I do. I want to say a few things. First of all, my son Paul said, "Dad, don't do those long speeches." So I won't. Thank you to the Farmington Arts Foundation. Wow. This is a very, very significant, this is a major award. What movie is that from? But thank you to the knuckleheads who nominated me. I mean, they had to remind me that, you know, you were nominated and you made it to the next phase, and do you want this, or fill it out, fill out your forms. And so I did, and I was surprised that I won. But I want to talk real briefly about, you know, what is the thank you? I don't know who that guy was up there, but what makes me an artist, a creator, somebody that inspires? What makes me? And in the thank yous, everybody I'm going to thank here is an instructor or a teacher or somebody that inspired me. For example, my mom. She used to make sure that she kept me busy as a youngster, so she would get me enrolled in certain, like, oil painting classes and some drawing classes. We didn't have much, but she found them. And also I want to thank my Lord, my God, Jesus Christ, for helping me keep the faith in my life, to keep rooted. Also, I'd like to thank my family. They've been very supportive. They have a very geeky, nerdy dad, so it's been easy for them to enjoy what I enjoy, and they enjoy it as well. My wife couldn't make it tonight. She's homesick. She's a nurse, a caregiver, and she tried really hard. She came home early, took a nap. That was it. She couldn't do it. The other paths, I want to thank the little church group that I used to do oil painting with, Muriel Litton. She's no longer with us. My old mentor, Durwood Coffey, he was a guy that I apprenticed under. My high school art teacher, Miss Watson and Mrs. Caruso, and art staff, sales reps, and clients. The art directors, the clients, the company owners that you do work for, they really help you out too. The community groups here in Farmington. I've done a lot of work with the community groups, from private businesses to the civic theater projects to downtown Farmington projects, and I continue to want to do that. The other thing is I've got some notes here. My note to kids, and I'm talking about kids from, 10-year-olds to 100-year-olds, is continue making more art, continuing to be inspired, continuing to inspire others, and it's a process for me. And you saw graphic designs on the little video screen. You saw illustrations and things. I've done so many different things in my career. Part of it is I'm very uncomfortable doing a lot of these projects. They're new to me. And when I started getting more into graphic design, when I started doing more fine art, when I started doing different things, I get comfortable being uncomfortable. For me, it's a challenge. And I don't have a problem with being uncomfortable. It's part of, I can do that. I'll try that. I even had a buddy who once said to me, John, you don't do oil paintings of corporate CEOs. I know, but they asked me to do one. And I did it for Daimler of their CEO, Dieter Zetsche, years ago, and it turned out fine. So when you tell stories as a teacher, as an artist, and you have an audience listening to you, the stories are really, I find, are trying to let other artists know it's not just you going through struggles of creativity, struggles of acceptance, struggles of, how do I turn the page? And today I was just reminded, what's the old saying? Fall down 7 times, get up 8. That is part of the creative process, and it's not just you. We all do it. And lastly, I want to thank, who else do I want to thank? Looney Tunes, was that mentioned? Were the Three Stooges mentioned? We did have Godzilla, but we didn't mention Gamera. And that's the other thing is, this is a very serious and well-received award. I'm so humbled. But at the same time, when I talk about these things that inspired me and what made me, there's a very silly side to me that I don't take it as serious. There's a time to, okay, relax. Don't take it so serious and just continue. And that is it. Any questions? No, I'm kidding. But anyways, thanks, Rachel and crew. Who else did I not thank? Vordak. Who said that? Vordak is the 4-book series. Oh, and that's something interesting. Vordak was founded here in Farmington Hills by Scott Siegert. He wrote and I illustrated it right at the winery for 4 or 5 years. And then Sci-Fi Junior High was written and illustrated here in Farmington Hills. So I've stayed in this community just creating, and then of course I teach at CCS, the College for Creative Studies, and made a whole batch of new friends. And another thing, I learned from the students. It just doesn't stop. I mean, I look at some of my students' work and I say, ooh, I want to try that. And I've even asked one student, can I borrow that? It was a font. But, you continue learning, and it never stops, and it never should. And that is it. Thank you, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ken Massey. I am the Mayor of the City of Farmington Hills. And first, John, we hope your wife gets well very quickly. It is my honor to invite up to the stage Nancy Commodores, as I am about to award the Nancy Commodores Distinguished Service Award to the Arts. And as I get ready to do that, as your mayor, it is incumbent that I say a couple of nice things about the city of Farmington Hills. Because the city of Farmington Hills, one of the things that brings quality to our life are all of these amenities that we have. And this program is but one sampling of the things that we have here in Farmington Hills. I am joined, my wife Catherine and I enjoy coming to this event every year. Our council member Teresa Rich is here. A number of council folks, I didn't necessarily see a lot of them here tonight. I probably missed a couple. But I want to tell you that we support the arts. In fact, we are one of the 2 communities within the state of Michigan that has an active arts commission. The other one's way up north in Marquette, But right here in Farmington Hills, we're the other one, and I think we're the best one. And it's these types of things. It's this commitment to the quality of life, in addition to the safety and everything else that you have within this community. It is why the communities of Farmington Hills and Farmington were named the Time Money Magazine Best Place to Live in the State of Michigan. We take it seriously. And that's why Mayor Schneeman and myself are up here tonight together. This is a community event. So, enough about the great community of Farmington Hills, and on with this award. The Nancy Commodore's Distinguished Service to the Arts Award is also presented along with the Artist in Residence each year by the Farmington Area Arts Commission in conjunction with the Cultural Arts Division. The award recognizes outstanding service to the community in the creative arts by a group or an individual residing in the Farmington or Farmington Hills community. This year's recipient is Toy Banks. Come on up. As she makes her way up here, Mrs. Banks is a dance teacher of 18 years at Harrison High School, earned a master's degree from Nova Southeastern University in teaching and learning, specializing in curriculum and instruction, and a bachelor's in dance and physical education from Wayne State University. With a teaching philosophy rooted in interdisciplinary instruction and integration, Mrs. Banks developed a comprehensive dance program at Harrison High School in 2000 and established the Harrison Dance Company. She is also the founder and director of Oakland Dance Festival, a statewide event that provides young dancers access to college dance programs. Under the direction of Mrs. Banks, the Harrison Dance Company has received honors at the Michigan Youth Arts Festival, Regional High School Dance Festival, and the National High School Dance Festival. The group has worked with many renowned choreographers and various commercial artists. Alumni of the Harrison Dance Company have gone on to dance with the professional dance companies, work in health-related fields, and teach dance in private and public institutions. As we award this, first we're going to watch another short video, and then we will present the award.
Keeping the ribs closed and shift to your left. Plie. I've been teaching at Harrison High School since 2000, so this is my 18th year here. In the 18 years that I've been here, actually the Harrison Dance Company has been going on that entire time. The Harrison Dance Company started with about 20 students who approached me with the desire to do something different, something that they were not accustomed to, something that allowed them to be creative and expressive. And so that's how the Harrison Dance Company started, as an extension of the Harrison High School dance program. Dance is important to me because I am a first-generation graduate in my family, and it was dance that provided me with an opportunity to continue my education at a college level. It was through dance that I also had an opportunity to be creative and expressive. It was when I attended Wayne State University, though, that I was able to do research in interdisciplinary studies. As a part of my studies, I developed a passion for teaching, and I've been doing that ever since. Dance education is important in public schools, I believe, because private training is expensive. And when you put quality dance education, quality arts programs just in general into a school where all students have access to it, what we're doing is we're really creating more philanthropists. We're creating more civic leaders. We're creating more students who are happy and healthy. Oftentimes when we take the stage, you'll see my dancers performing movement or performing dances based on social issues, things that are happening in real life. And so it gives them a voice. This is why dance education is important, because it's yet again another avenue where students get an opportunity to communicate, express how they feel, really explore who they are in this community, explore who they are in this world.
thank you very much, and wonderful work. Congratulations. And as I get ready to leave the stage, Nancy, come up here for an introduction. I just want to make sure that you get to see Nancy Commodores. She had Rachel's position prior to this, and you did a wonderful job. You set the bar very high. And Rachel,
that's my baby.
this is your baby.
Yeah, louder.
But Rachel, this is a great program. It went on, a couple of technical things. Wonderful program. I think everyone here deserves a great round of applause.
So our last performance of the evening, special treat for all of you, Toy Bank's Harrison Dance Company will be joining us on stage. And after they are done, that will conclude our evening. Before that happens, I just want to invite everyone here to come back tomorrow for our free family day. It's the last day of our Festival of the Arts. We have all sorts of great things happening. Everything is free. There'll be performances all day long from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We will have an Art of the Matter panel discussion where you can learn more about careers in the arts. We say it's for middle school and high school students, but you know what? We're open to all ages, so please come and join us. That's from 1 to 3 tomorrow. And lots of different demonstrations in the lobby. You'll get to play with clay and paint and talk to other professional artists if you like. So please come back and join us 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow. How about a big round of applause for everyone tonight? Thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoyed this performance by the Harrison Dance Company. Right after I move this podium.